Decoding the Dream, Why Your Waking World Feels Incomplete. Do you sometimes move through your days as if enveloped in a subtle, invisible mist, performing the familiar rituals of your life as if in a waking sleep? Is there a sense of going through the motions where the vibrant colors of the world seem curiously muted, its profound symphony playing just beyond the reach of your hearing, its deeper meanings veiled? Does a quiet, often unnameable longing follow you like a shadow into your brightest hours, a persistent whisper that something essential is missing, some vital ingredient forgotten, even when all outward signs point to a life that should feel full, should feel complete? What if this pervasive feeling, this gentle ache of incompleteness, arises because you are living primarily in only one half of your true and total existence? Your waking world, so solid, so demanding with its timetables and its tangible forms, is but one shore of a vast, immeasurable ocean. The other shore, equally real, equally vital to your wholeness, lies shrouded, shimmering, and often unvisited, within the mysterious, luminous landscape of your dreams, your deep unconscious, your symbolic inner self. What if the map you navigate by day shows only a fraction of the territory that is truly you? Why does your waking world so often feel incomplete, like a story with crucial chapters torn away? Perhaps it is because its hidden roots, its unseen nourishment, its most profound and sacred meanings, are nourished by springs you no longer consciously visit, by an inner wellspring you have forgotten how to find. This journey, then, is an invitation to begin decoding the dream, not merely the fleeting phantoms of your nightly visions, but the entirety of your inner symbolic life. It is a path to rediscovering that other shore, to reclaiming the missing pieces of your soul's grand narrative, and in doing so to make your waking world, at last, astonishingly, breathtakingly, whole and alive with a magic you thought was lost to childhood, or confined only to the realm of sleep. Let us then turn our gaze inward towards that nightly pilgrimage you undertake, that journey into the realm of dreams. For too long, perhaps, you have been told that these visions, these fantastical narratives that unfold behind your closed eyelids, are mere phantoms, the random echoes of your waking day, the meaningless static of a resting brain. But what if they are infinitely more? What if your dreams are, in truth, sacred missives from the deepest, wisest parts of your being, nightly letters delivered from your soul, penned in a language far older than words, a language of pure symbol, raw emotion, and archetypal truth? What if they are the uncensored poetry of your inner wilderness, offering clues to the very incompleteness you feel in the light of day? Imagine your dreams as a hidden spring bubbling up from the vast, fertile darkness of your unconscious, its waters carrying the vital nourishment your waking self so often thirsts for. Each night you are invited to drink from this spring, to receive its unique wisdom, its healing potential, its reflections of what is stirring in the unseen depths of you. Or picture, if you will, a sacred theater, its stage illuminated by the soft glow of starlight, where your soul enacts its most pressing dramas, its unresolved conflicts, its deepest longings, and its emerging potentials. The characters may be strange, the plot surreal, yet every element, every encounter is a purposeful reflection, a symbolic mirror held up to your innermost world, bypassing the vigilant senses of your waking ego. This is why your dreams often feel so potent, so alive, with an energy that can linger long after you awaken. They speak directly from and to the core of you, unburdened by social convention or logical constraint. They reveal the hidden landscapes of your heart, the unacknowledged fears that bind you, the shadowed gifts that yearn for light, the ancient archetypal patterns that are currently shaping your destiny from beneath the surface of your awareness. They are not random noise. These nightly visions, they are purposeful, rich with insight, offering a direct line to the forgotten language of your soul, a golden thread that can lead you out of the labyrinth of your waking incompletion, back towards the remembered wholeness of your true and total self. And as you begin to honor these nightly visitations, you may notice certain whispers, common motifs that echo not only through your own dream cycles, but through the collective dreamscape of humanity. These are the universal hieroglyphs of the inner world, each a symbolic commentary on the energies and anxieties that shape your waking sense of completeness, or your poignant awareness of what feels missing. Consider the dream of being pursued, that breathless flight through shadowy streets or endless corridors, a faceless pursuer ever at your heels. Does this not resonate with some waking avoidance, some unacknowledged aspect of yourself, a fear, a responsibility, perhaps even a hidden talent that you are fleeing from in your daylight hours? The incompleteness you feel may be the very thing you are running from, the part of you that longs to be turned towards, to be faced, to be integrated. Or perhaps you dream of flying, soaring effortlessly above the world, a boundless ecstasy of freedom and release. This luminous dream often speaks of your aspirations, your desire to transcend limitations, your spirit's yearning for expansion. Yet, if this dream is tinged with anxiety, or if it is followed by the terrifying plummet of a fall, it may also whisper of a fear of ungroundedness, of ambitions disconnected from earthly reality, or of the precariousness of a joy you feel you haven't truly earned or cannot sustain. The waking echo might be a sense of being tethered, or a fear that any happiness you find is doomed to shatter. Think too of the recurring examination dream. You find yourself unprepared, the questions unanswerable, time running out, a profound sense of impending failure. This often mirrors your waking anxieties about judgment, your inner critic's harsh pronouncements, or a feeling that you are constantly being tested by life and found wanting. It points to areas where you feel inadequate, where your sense of self-worth is fragile, contributing to that feeling that you are not quite enough, not quite whole. Conversely, to dream of discovering new hidden rooms within a familiar house or unearthing forgotten treasures often signals the emergence of new potentials, the rediscovery of lost parts of yourself, or an invitation to explore unknown aspects of your psyche. These are joyful whispers, promising that the rest of you is not lost, but merely waiting to be found, to be brought into the light of your conscious living, thereby filling the spaces that once felt so achingly empty. These common dreams are not literal prophecies, but potent symbolic mirrors, reflecting the inner dynamics that contribute to your waking world, feeling beautifully complete, or painfully, persistently incomplete. While the great river of common human dreams flows through us all, carrying its universal motifs, your soul also speaks to you in its own exquisitely unique dialect, a secret language crafted from the singular threads of your own life, your own heart. Beyond the archetypal figures and shared anxieties, there lies a rich tapestry of personal symbols, images and narratives that populate your inner world, each holding a precise and intimate meaning meant only for you. These are the true hieroglyphs of your individual psyche, the private code through which your deepest self communicates its current state, its unmet needs, its unfolding wisdom, and often the very nature of that incompleteness you sense in your waking hours. Pay heed especially to those dreams and symbols that return to you, again and again, like persistent, gentle messengers knocking softly upon the door of your awareness. A recurring landscape that feels both alien and deeply familiar, a specific animal that appears as guide or guardian, an object ordinary or fantastical that shimmers with an inexplicable significance. These are not random mental debris. They are often key symbols in your soul's unique lexicon, highlighting themes of profound importance, unresolved issues, or aspects of yourself yearning for conscious recognition and integration. They are the persistent echoes of what remains unseen or unaddressed, calling for your tender attention. To understand this personal dialect, you cannot rely solely on universal dictionaries of dream interpretation, for while these may offer a starting point, the true resonance of a symbol, its unique flavor, its specific medicine for you, lies in your own intimate association with it. The feeling it evokes in your heart is your most trustworthy Rosetta Stone. What does that recurring image feel like? What memories, what sensations, what intuitive knowings does it stir within you? This is where the decoding becomes a sacred art of inner listening, of allowing your heart to translate the soul's poetry. For these personal symbols are often direct pointers to the precise nature of your felt incompleteness, showing you where the fragments of your being lie waiting. What specific inner gardens need tending? What unique forgotten treasure waits to be unearthed from the rich soil of your own beautiful singular existence? And as you grow more attuned to the unique dialect of your soul, you begin to recognize that amongst your personal symbols, there also walk figures of a more ancient lineage, a more universal resonance. These are the great archetypes, the primordial energies, the ancient cast of characters who have played their timeless roles upon the stage of human consciousness since the very dawn of our species. They emerge from the collective unconscious, that deep well of shared human experience, and step into the intimate theater of your personal dreams, often personified, carrying messages of profound significance for your journey towards wholeness and for understanding that very incompleteness you feel. In the shadowy corners of your dream world, you might encounter your own shadow, perhaps as a menacing pursuer you flee from, or a rejected, pitiable figure you despise, yet whose face, if you could bear to truly see it, subtly mirrors your own disowned aspects. To engage with this dream shadow is to begin to reclaim the power and potential you have exiled from your waking self, or perhaps a wise old man or a serene crone appears, a figure of immense gravity and gentle light, offering cryptic guidance from a time-worn scroll or a simple knowing gaze. This is your own innate wisdom, your connection to the ancestral sage, speaking through the dream, offering a lantern for your dimly lit waking path, hinting at solutions your conscious mind has overlooked. Sometimes the divine child may dance into your dreams, radiant with innocence, playfulness, and boundless new potential, reminding you of a forgotten joy, a call to new beginnings, or the vulnerable precious core of your being that needs nurturing. Or the anima or animus, those potent soul images of your inner masculine or feminine, may appear as captivating guides, challenging adversaries, or longed-for beloveds, reflecting your relationship with these profound inner energies and how they seek balance and integration within you. These ancient actors, these universal patterns, their presence in your dreams signifies that your personal story is touching upon the great, timeless themes of the human condition. They are dramatic personifications of the very energies, the specific aspects of self, whose lack of integration or conscious recognition contributes to your waking world, feeling fractured, partial, incomplete. For they represent the universal building blocks of the psyche, and to know them in your dreams is to begin to know the vaster dimensions of yourself. How then do you begin this sacred dialogue, this delicate art of decoding the whispers from your soul's other shore? It commences with a simple yet profoundly powerful act, the reverent commitment to remember, to record, to honor the nightly visitations of your dreams. For too often these luminous, fleeting images, these potent emotional landscapes, dissolve like mist in the harsh light of your waking day, their precious messages lost before they can be truly received. To bridge these worlds, you must first become a sacred scribe of your own inner experiences, a keeper of your soul's nocturnal chronicles. Place a journal, a dedicated vessel, beside your place of rest, and as you drift towards sleep, whisper your intention to the universe within. Tonight, I will remember. Upon waking, before the world outside rushes in with its demands, linger for a moment in that liminal space, that soft threshold between dream and wakefulness. Reach for your journal, as you would reach for a treasured confidant. Record whatever fragments remain, an image, however bizarre, a feeling, however fleeting, a single word, a color, a texture. Do not judge, do not analyze at this tender stage. Simply receive and transcribe, allowing the ink to flow like a river carrying the dream's essence onto the waiting page. Sketch the symbols that call to you, map the strange landscapes you traversed. This very act of recording is a form of reverence. It signals to your deeper self that its communications are valued, that its voice is being heard. And as you fill these pages, your journal becomes more than a mere diary. It transforms into a sacred text personally inscribed by your soul, a unique map of your ever-unfolding inner cosmos, a treasured collection of letters from the hidden aspects of your being that seek integration. Over time, as you reread these entries, patterns will emerge, personal symbols will reveal their deeper meanings, and the recurring themes of your soul's journey will begin to shine through the collected narratives. This devoted practice of remembering and recording is the first crucial step in weaving the wisdom of your dream world into the conscious fabric of your waking life, thereby beginning to heal that sense of incompleteness, one precious, luminous symbol at a time. To record your dreams with reverence is the sacred beginning, the gathering of pearls from the ocean of night. Yet, the journey of decoding, of weaving their wisdom into your waking life, calls for more than mere collection. It invites you into an active, heartfelt engagement, a living dialogue with the images and energies that surface from your depths. For the true meaning of a dream rarely yields itself to purely intellectual dissection or the application of a universal cipher. Its deepest truths unfold when you move beyond interpretation into a space of direct felt experience, allowing the dream to continue breathing, speaking, and evolving within your conscious awareness. Begin by revisiting your journal not just with your mind but with your heart, with your senses. As you reread a dream, allow yourself to feel its emotional resonance once more. What sensations arise in your body? What is the core feeling tone of this nocturnal narrative? This felt sense is often your most direct pathway to the dream's essential message. Then explore your personal associations with its key symbols. That winding river, that ancient tree, that mysterious stranger, what do they mean to you? In the unique context of your own life, your own memories, your own current challenges and aspirations, your personal truth is the most potent amplifier of the dream's voice. And from this place of feeling and personal connection, you might dare to engage even more profoundly through the sacred art of active imagination. Here, you consciously re-enter the dreamscape in a meditative state, or invite a dream figure to step from the page of your journal into the theater of your inner vision. You give it voice. You ask it questions. Who are you? Why have you come? What message do you bring for me? And then you listen with an open, receptive heart, allowing its answers to arise spontaneously from within. This is not mere fantasy. It is a profound psycho-spiritual practice of dialoguing with the autonomous intelligences of your own psyche, those parts of you that hold keys to your incompleteness and your wholeness. In this co-creative dance, the dream ceases to be a static artifact to be analyzed and becomes instead a living oracle, an ongoing source of guidance, healing, and profound self-revelation, actively helping you to weave its luminous threads into the very fabric of your waking world. And so you arrive at the gentle understanding that the feeling of incompleteness which often haunts your waking hours is not a fundamental flaw in your being, nor an indictment of the world you inhabit. Rather, it is the soul's tender sigh for its other half, a quiet ache born from the perceived separation between your conscious, everyday self and the vast, luminous, symbolic life of your inner world, so richly expressed in the sacred theater of your dreams. To decode the dream, then, is to begin to heal this separation, to remember the severed pathways, to invite the forgotten parts of you back into the warm embrace of your awareness. This journey of integration is a sacred weaving, a delicate artistry where the wisdom gleaned from the night's visions, the energies encountered in your subconscious depths, the healing offered by your symbolic inner guides, are consciously, lovingly, patiently spun into the living fabric of your daylight existence. It is not about abandoning the waking world for the allure of the dream, but about allowing the dream to illuminate, to enrich, to complete the waking world. As you honor the language of your soul, as you engage with its symbolic communications, the mundane itself begins to shimmer with a newfound magic, a subtle luminescence. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, not because the world outside has changed, but because you have changed. Your perception has deepened, widened, become capable of seeing the unseen layers that were always there. Life then begins to feel less like a fragmented narrative, and more like a coherent, meaningful poem, each day a new verse, rich with symbol and synchronicity. Your intuition sharpens, your creativity flows from a deeper well, your relationships gain a new dimension of understanding and empathy. The waking world itself becomes more dreamlike, in the most wondrous sense, more alive with possibility, more resonant with purpose, more transparent to the sacred. For when you learn to truly decode the dream, you are not escaping your waking world. You are, at long last, fully arriving within it, complete, present, and with your eyes wide open to the luminous magic that was always patiently waiting for you, in both the profound shadows and the brilliant light, in both the world without and the magnificent, boundless universe within. You are waking up to your whole self.